Rain and thunderstorms and possible heavy falls to impact much of northern and eastern Queensland in the coming days. We can see over the last 24 hours, widespread cloud has brought rain and thunderstorms to much of the state. And we can see that in the rainfall obs in the 24 hours to 9 o'clock this morning, where we saw widespread falls of 30 to 50 millimetres, not only in southeast Queensland, but along with much of eastern Queensland, with a few locations getting in excess of 100 millimetres in southeast Queensland and about the central coast. Now, the rainfall in southeast Queensland has led to minor to moderate flooding on some of the rivers, but thankfully rainfall is easing there in the coming days, and our focus is shifting towards the central coast and northern parts of Queensland. And we can see why, looking at the rainfall in the coming days, we're going to see a low and a low pressure trough develop across northern and eastern parts of Queensland, particularly north of about Mackay, bringing widespread rain and thunderstorm activity with possible heavy falls tonight and into Friday morning. And that'll continue during the day on Friday and possibly into Friday night. Now, depending on exactly where this low tracks and where this trough concentrates that weather, we could see isolated heavy falls develop between the North Tropical Coast and the Mackay Coast in the next 24 to 36 hours. But as we move into the Friday night and Saturday timeframe, this low should contract some of the heaviest falls offshore, but we're still likely to see widespread shower and thunderstorm activity across at least northern Queensland as we move into the Saturday and Sunday timeframe. Now, this is all likely to lead to widespread falls of at least 50 to 100 millimetres, and we could see isolated falls in excess of 150 millimetres, particularly around parts of the North Tropical Coast, Herbert and Lower Burdekin, and the Central Coast as well, particularly between around the Daintree, north of Cairns, and all the way down to Mackay. So if you live in this area or know someone that does, it's important to stay up to date with the latest forecast and warnings, and that's because we have issued flood watches for large parts of this coast. And that means if you live in these highlighted areas or know someone that does, forecast rainfall could lead to flash and riverine flooding over the coming days, could lead to road closures, possible landslips, and in the worst case scenarios, inundation of homes, properties, businesses, and agricultural land. So if you live in these areas or know someone that does, make sure you stay up to date with the latest forecasts and warnings via our website, app, and social media, and listen to all advice from emergency services.